Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University, where tonight the Arkadelphia Badgers and Nashville Scrappers are ready to hook up in a 4A7 conference matchup that could set the top seed in next week's 4A South Regional Tournament. If Nashville wins tonight's game, they will be the 4A7 regular season champions. If Arkadelphia wins tonight's game, they will have a chance to win the 4A7 tomorrow night in their game at Mena. Good evening, everybody. This is Chris Babb. Glad that you're joining us on a beautiful Thursday evening in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, as the Badgers and Scrappers are getting ready to take the field. Let's take a look at the standings real quick in this in this 4A7 conference play. You look, Nashville there at 10-1, Arkadelphia second place at 8-2, Malvern 7-3, Bauxite 5-5. Those are the four teams that will represent the 4A7 in next week's 4A South Regional. DeQueen, Hope, and Mena are the remaining three teams in the 4A7. So next week's 4A South Regional is set as far as the teams, and then we are playing for seeding. And that's what the Badgers and Scrappers will be doing tonight. Arkadelphia won the first game between these two teams, 6-4 in Nashville. The Scrappers are trying to avenge their only conference loss. We will take a minute now for a moment of silence in honor of Arkadelphia friend Mike Volz and our national anthem.
Mike Volz. Please keep Mike and his family in your thoughts and prayers as he continues to fight through his serious medical condition. Thank you.
Caught there at the beginning. We'd like to keep the family of Mike Volz and Mike in our prayers as he continues to fight over his medical emergency. Mike, we're pulling for you. I'll even give you a go Cubs from a diehard Cardinal fan. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Nashville Scrappers. Batting first and catching, number 8, Aaron Lott. Batting second and playing, Lott will play center field. He wears number 2. Colton Patterson will catch, and he bats second. Ty Gordon, the sophomore Arkansas State commit, will play first base and bat third. Batting cleanup, the pitcher for tonight, Tristan Jamison. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Landon Tollett. Kason Drummond will play left field and bat sixth. Jaden Hostetler will play second base and bat seventh. Austin Hansen in the 8th spot. He plays shortstop. And batting ninth and playing third base, Caden Irwin. Will Pope will play right field for the Nashville Scrappers. For the Arkadelphia Badgers, they will lead off with senior shortstop Matt Green. Ian Manning, a junior second baseman, will bat second. Kai Harrison bats third and plays left field. Jaden Quarles will bat cleanup and be the DH. In the lineup, Alec Rubel, the senior, will catch and bat fifth. KJ Terry will bat sixth and play center field. Cole Turner bats seventh and plays right field. Tucker Freeman will bat eighth and play first base, and Peyton Eddington will bat ninth and play third base. On the mound for Arkadelphia, the sophomore lefty Eli Perrin. Perrin back to the diamond after missing some due to injury, but he gets the start for tonight, and he will face Aaron Lott, Colton Patterson, and Ty Gordon. Nashville 23-4 on the season, 10-1 in 4A7. Arkadelphia 17-5 this season, 8-2 in 4A7 conference play. It's about time for the Badgers and the Scrappers. John Duncan is your home plate umpire. Kyle Watkins down the first baseline. Brian Tackett down the third baseline. Nashville coached by head coach Kyle Slayton. He takes the third base coach's box. Jimmy Easterling takes the first base coach's box for the Scrappers. And Aaron Lott steps in to lead things off for the Scrappers in the top of the first inning. Around the outfield for Arkadelphia, Harrison, Terry, and Cole Turner. Around the infield, left to right, Eddington, Green, Manning, and Tucker Freeman. Your battery, Eli Perrin pitching, and Alec Rubel catching. Perrin out of the windup for the first pitch, and we are underway. A fastball high and outside for ball one. This is the third game in 3 days for the Badgers, and they've got one more to go. The early season rainouts caught up with Arkadelphia. Had a makeup game at Malvern yesterday. Malvern made a big comeback, but Arkadelphia was able to withstand a furious rally in the seventh inning. Arkadelphia scored 9 runs in the top of the sixth inning to take a 9-2 lead. Malvern scored 6 in the bottom of the seventh on just one hit and one error, several walks. Arkadelphia escaped with a 9-8 win. After Lott fouls the second pitch off to even things up 1-1, Perrin misses with a breaking ball outside. The count is 2-1 now to the Scrapper leadoff hitter, Aaron Lott. He is a junior center fielder for Kyle Slayton's Nashville Scrappers. Swing and a miss on the 2-1 pitch. Perrin evens the count at 2-2. Leadoff batter here in the top of the first. 2-2 pitch is low. Runs the count full. Pitching will be interesting for the Badgers today. We mentioned yesterday Jaden Quarles not able to pitch as he pitched 98 pitches yesterday. Alec Rubel also pitched yesterday, pitched above his limit. Matt Green and Peyton Eddington both pitched, but they are able to pitch. The 3-2 count on the way, and the 3-2 pitch is low, and Lott reaches on a leadoff walk. 2 days ago, KJ Terry pitched 6 innings for Arkadelphia, but it was within the pitch limit that would make him only have to sit a day. So it would be available. Cole Turner also available. Matt Green would be available. Then you got to think about tomorrow as well. Colton Patterson steps in from the left side. It's a bunt. He bunt quickly down the first base line. Tucker Freeman fields it, throws it over to Ian Manning. Lott does reach second on the sacrifice bunt. And Ty Gordon, the big sophomore lefty, comes up to the plate. With one out and a runner in scoring position after the sacrifice bunt from Colton Patterson. Gordon, slightly open stance. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. Gordon, a sophomore, is already committed to Arkansas State University. The 0-1 pitch is outside, gets past Rubel to the screen, and Lott will advance to third on the wild pitch. And Perrin now will pitch with one out and a runner at third base. Ty Gordon will try to do what he has to do to get that run home and put Nashville on the board in the top of the first. Perrin will pitch out of the stretch, lefty on lefty matchup. The 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. The count is 1-2. Gordon wanted that one. These two teams matched up in Nashville a month ago. Nashville had a 4-1 lead, but Arkadelphia scored 5 straight runs and were able to come up with a double play to end the game in the bottom of the seventh. The 1-2 pitch is outside. Nice block by Alec Rubel there to keep that one in front of him and keep Lott down at third base. Eli Perrin, the lefty on the mound for Arkadelphia. 6'3", 180-pound junior. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Ty Gordon is retired for the second out of the inning. Big strikeout there for Eli Perrin. Tristan Jamison, the senior center fielder, senior pitcher, wears number 8, doesn't play position number 8. He steps in. He's going to get the start on the mound. Eli Perrin will try to make that happen after this at bat and trying to retire the side and strand a runner at third. First pitch, a ground ball to Manning at second base. Goes down on a knee, picks up, throws over to Tucker Freeman for the third out of the inning. And the Nashville Scrappers strand one. Nice job by Eli Perrin of getting out of the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors. There was one runner left on base. To the bottom of the first we go. Nashville 0, Arkadelphia coming to bat. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Baseball on Mascot Media app or ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
In Arkansas, we play by the rules.
We strive to be champions.
We strive to be champions. Champions on the field and in the classroom.
We don't forget.
We don't forget
Or lose sight of what is most important.
most important.
The honor of the game.
In Arkansas,
we participate with integrity, discipline, pride, and emotion.
We respect our officials, coaches, teammates, fans, and opponents.
do you?
Do you?
We go to the bottom of the first inning, as it will be the 1-2-3 hitters. Senior shortstop Matt Green, junior second baseman Ian Manning, and junior left fielder Kai Harrison. Matt Green came on last night. Can't remember statistically if he would have had the save. Can't remember. I think it was 9-5 when he might have come in. So technically with the bases loaded, the tying run would have been on deck. So technically he might have gotten the save, but regardless, he did save the game for Arkadelphia, inducing a ground ball to Alec Rubel at shortstop to end a furious Malvern threat in the 7th inning to give Arkadelphia a 9-8 win. Green on this field about a month ago against Bauxite a few weeks ago ended a furious comeback as Arkadelphia was down 8-1 to the Bauxite Miners and had a big rally, and Green had the walk-off single to beat the Miners 9-8. He will face Tristan Jamison to start things off here in the bottom of the first. Jamison, a righty, also plays third base and shortstop. He is a senior. He has a 1-0 count to Green. The 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball. Catches the outside part of the plate maybe, but a swing and a miss for Matt Green, and we're even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. Nashville, the two-time defending 4A state champions. A little delay that time by Tristan Jamison in his delivery, and the fastball misses outside for ball 3. So Nashville won a state championship in 2017 and 18. Arkadelphia won in 2013-14, and went to extra innings in the championship game in 15. And so from the last 6 years, these two teams have won 4 of those state championships. The 3-1 pitch is a taken, called strike 2, and now the count is full. The 3-2 pitch is taken for a called strike 3, and Green is retired on the backwards K. And that will bring up junior second baseman Ian Manning back in the lineup today after missing yesterday. First pitch is high for ball 1. We showed you the standings. We'll take a look at the remaining games. Arkadelphia and Nashville, the only game going on tonight in the conference, as the 1-0 pitch is a chopper right in front of the mound. Jamison calls off his catcher and throws down to first base for the 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Arkadelphia and Nashville, the only game tonight. Tomorrow, Arkadelphia will be at Mena. This is Nashville's final regular season game, conference game. They do have a non-conference game scheduled Monday against Ashdown. But tomorrow night, Arkadelphia will be at Mena. Hope will be at Malvern. DeQueen at Bauxite. And then Monday and Tuesday, Hope will round things out. They still have 3 games to play with Malvern, Mina, and Bauxite. Kai Harrison steps in. First pitch from Jamison is a high, fastball high for ball 1. This game tonight, as Jamison gets the 1-0 pitch, is taken for a called strike 1. If Nashville were to win tonight's game, the Scrappers would wrap up the 1 seed on a regular season 4A7 championship. If Arkadelphia wins, they would have to win tomorrow night to win the 4A7. A chopper to third base. That's going to be tough. Kai Harrison has speed, but he does not beat it out. A good play by Nashville third baseman Caden Irwin. Fielded on the short hop and a nice throw over to Ty Gordon at first base. So no runs, no hits, no errors in the Badger half of the first inning. After 1, no score. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Baseball on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. We'll be back after this timeout.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 140,000 participants here in Arkansas who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate. Leading off the top of the second inning, designated hitter number 34, Landon Collett.
Another lefty in the Nashville lineup. That is Landon Tollett. It'll be Tollett, Drummond, Hostetler leading on, running things in the top of the second for the Nashville Scrappers. Eli Perrin on the mound for Arkadelphia. First pitch is a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch just off the plate. A good bit, a good eye that time. Good take by Landon Tollett. The 1-1 pitch. Got it a little bit more in towards the plate, but still just a couple inches outside. The count is 2-1 now. No score, top of the second. Nashville did get a runner to third in the top of the first inning. The 2-1 pitch is taken for a called strike 2. Might have gotten a piece of the carpet that was sticking over, a white piece of the carpet that was sticking over the plate. The 2-2 pitch is taken for a called strike 3. Same pitch that was called for strike 2 was called for strike 3. And there is one out in the top of the second. Kason Drummond, senior in the Nashville lineup. He's playing left field today. The 1-0 pitch on the way from Perrin. Jammed him, fouled it back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Turned out to be a beautiful evening in Arkadelphia. The 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2, fastball high, just above the letters. And the count is 2-1. Pitcher and the batter in the shadows. Shadows are obviously, as you can see on your screen. There's a shot right back to Perrin. He does a nice job of fielding his position. Throws over to Tucker Freeman for the second out of the inning. So Kason Drummond is retired 1-3. It's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Jaden Hostetler, a senior utility player, infielder, outfielder, also pitches. He's playing second base today. He steps in from the right side. Big, tall, right-handed batter is Jaden Hostetler. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch is taken for a called strike one. Good start for Eli Perrin, the junior lefty. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, started too far outside and it was a little bit low. That evens the count at 1-1. Again, around the outfield for Arkadelphia, Kai Harrison in left field, KJ Terry in center, Cole Turner in right. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Wanted to offer at it, but it was a fastball just high for ball two. Peyton Eddington, the senior, gets the start at third base. His brother Matt Green, also a senior, starts at shortstop. KJ Terry mentioned he's out there. He's also a senior. Ian Manning, a junior. And there's going to be the first hit of the game. That's in the gap, and that's got a chance to be extra bases, and it will. KJ Terry is going to get the ball back in, but it's going to be a two-out double for Jaden Hostetler. First hit of the game for either team. Double to right center. And the Scrappers have a runner in scoring position again, and that brings up Austin Hansen, the shortstop. Hansen is a sophomore on this Nashville Scrapper team. And he bats with two outs and a runner in scoring position. Perrin will go out of the stretch. First pitch is a foul ball out of play. Perrin is ahead in the count, 0-1. Not holding Hostetler on. Green retreats back to his normal shortstop position, and they're going to jam him. Matt Green's going to settle under that one and make the catch for the third out of the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. To the bottom of the second. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville in this 4A7 matchup from Clydeberry Field in Henderson State University. We'll be back after this timeout.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music, and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk. They hear you.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Back to action. Jaden Quarles steps in the box. A 1-1 count. He takes a called strike two as he leads off the second. A swing and a miss, and Quarles is retired. We missed the first couple of pitches there, but Quarles is retired on the strikeout. That is the second strikeout of the game for Jamison. That's going to bring up the senior catcher, Alec Rubel. Rubel, the catcher, steps in against Jamison. Check swing. Did not check in time, and it is strike one. The Badgers, to this point this season, have struggled in several innings, but then they seem to get their runs in bunches. and when they do get going, the 0-1 pitch is a fastball inside for ball one. And it is the 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the screen. 1-2 now to the Badgers senior catcher from Tristan Jamison, senior pitcher for the Nashville Scrappers, also listed as playing third base and shortstop. The 1-2 pitch, fastball high for ball two. 2-2 the count to Alec Rubel. The 2-2 count pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike three. Third strikeout of the game for Jamison. The second looking. And the Badgers have had 2 strikeouts and 2 at-bats this inning. KJ Terry comes to the plate. He got things going last night at Malvern with a bases-loaded sac bunt, actually a bunt for a base hit. He takes a big cut at the first pitch, swings and misses. Last night, Badgers were trying to get a rally going, had 2 outs and the bases loaded, and a 1-1 count. KJ was able to put a bunt in no man's land between the first base line and pitcher's mound. That allowed a runner to score, and that was really kind of what got Arkadelphia's 9-run 6-inning going. 1-1 the count now. He also made a tremendous diving grab in left center field. The 1-1 pitch, he's going to try to bunt. I thought he offered 2. I didn't think there was a question. They did appeal back. I guess the home plate umpire John Duncan couldn't tell. They do appeal down, and he did offer at it for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Open stance there from Terry. The 1-2 pitch outside, high and outside for pitch that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, no score. The 2-2 pitch hits KJ Terry, and the Badgers have the first base runner of the game via the hit by pitch. And Cole Turner's going to come up. He is the first lefty in this Arkadelphia lineup, the only left-handed batter in this Arkadelphia lineup. The junior right fielder steps in with 2 outs. KJ Terry is on first base. He does have good speed. Coach Slayton in the first inning, when they got runners in scoring position, manufactured a couple of things with the bunt. Arkadelphia with 2 outs probably won't do that, but you could see KJ Terry take off. We'll see. He does not. Swing and a miss from Cole Turner on the first pitch he sees from Tristan Jamison. Terry's the first batter to reach base for the Badgers this evening. Quick throw back to first base. By Jamison. Time is called. Now Jamison is going to adjust his uniform and wait for a ball that was being played with down in the bullpen to be retrieved down the third baseline. On your picture there, the shadows will eventually settle and you'll be able to see a little bit better there. The 0-1 pitch to Turner, swing and a ground ball just over the head of Jamison. Second baseman has to dodge the base runner, but he does make a nice play. Second baseman was Jaden Hostetler. Fielded that one on the run and made a nice throw over to first base to retire Cole Turner for 3 for the third out of the inning. So no runs on no hits. There were no walks. 1 runner left on base. And after 2 complete, no score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Baseball on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. We'll be back after this.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
It's a school night. With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
Not sure about those 2. I've been meaning to ask you. This is tougher than I thought. Is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
I hope not, because alcohol can lead you to say things and do things that you really wish you hadn't. Isn't this what you're supposed to say?
I know.
So if any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you.
Brian.
Yeah?
So start the conversation even before they're teenagers.
Good idea.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
We'll lead off the top of the third inning with the Nashville Scrappers trying to get things going against Eli Perring. Top of the third, no score. Leading off will be Caden Irwin, the third baseman. He's the ninth batter in this Scrapper lineup, and he takes a first pitch called strike from Arkadelphia lefty junior Eli Perrin. Perrin has not had much work this season. This is his first outing in a long time after missing with an injury. The 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play down the right field line. And it's 0-2. First time through the lineup for Eli Perrin has been good to this point. The 0-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's in the dirt, so Rubel's going to have to throw that one down, and he throws it high. Ian Manning, thankfully, is there to back it up. And Irwin slipped on the turf, and there was almost a chance for Manning to throw it back to Freeman, but not enough time. And so, unfortunately, Caden Irwin reaches on a strikeout on the overthrow. That's the third strikeout, but it goes down to a strikeout, but it's not a recorded out. So now Nashville has the leadoff batter on base for the second time in 3 innings. First pitch from Perrin is a fastball low. Back to the top of the order to Aaron Lott. He walked in the first inning, advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt, but was stranded at third in the top of the first. Runner will go. The throw down to second is not going to be there, but Irwin slid over the bag, and if Green had maybe done a swipe tag, he might have been able to get Irwin if after he slid off the bag. So stolen base for Irwin. 2-0 is the count now to Aaron Lott. So now Nashville has a runner in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike one. Two balls, one strike, no outs. Top of the third, no score. Only one hit in the game. That was from the Scrappers in the second inning. Perrin looks back. He squares around a bunt, and that is a tremendous bunt. Freeman's going to field it, and he's going to throw to Ian Manning for the first out of the inning. So Lott is retired on the 3-4 sack bunt for the first out of the inning. Caden Irwin advances to third, so now a runner is 90 feet away from putting the first run on the board. First time the Nashville Scrappers have had a runner there with less than 2 outs. First pitch is taken for a ball. Must have been a little bit low, right on the black. The count is 1-0. Lefty on lefty. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. Colton Patterson had a sack bunt in the first inning that advanced Aaron Lott to second, but then Lott was stranded after a strikeout and a ground out to second. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen, jammed him inside, and Perrin is ahead in the count 1-2. See if he can find a way to work out of another one and get to the second out and keep Caden Irwin at third base. Out of the stretch, the 1-2 pitch just outside for ball two. Just a little bit too far outside to ask for that one. The pitchers have gotten some strikes called on about a baseball width outside the plate, but that was just a little bit too far. The 2-2 pitch, a ground ball to Freeman. He's going to come home. The throw is there. It's in time. Got him at home plate. Nice job by Tucker Freeman. Nice catch and tag by Alec Rubel. And the runner is retired. We're still scoreless. So Colton Patterson reaches on the fielder's choice. Irwin is gunned down 3-2 for the second out of the inning. And that was just a cleanly fielded ball by Tucker Freeman. A nice throw to Rubel. And the catch was made. You can't breathe too easily, though, because Ty Gordon steps in. Ty Gordon, the sophomore, has 9 home runs on the season. He's the Arkansas State commit. He bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. The runner goes. It's a hit and run, and that was nicely done by Ty Gordon. Just went opposite field. So that one into left field on the hit and run. Colton Patterson is at second. Ty Gordon gets a single to left. And so now that is the first base hit of the inning. And now Tristan Jamison will try to help his own cause with a base hit to try to plate Colton Patterson, who stands at second. 2 outs in the inning. Eli Perrin will try to strand the runners out there on the bases, strand 2. Jamison batted in the same position in the first inning with a runner on base. Perrin was able to force a ground out to second base to Ian Manning from Jamison. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Nashville. Eli Perrin looks back the runner at second, now steps off. And Patterson retreats to second base, and we're ready to go again, and Tristan Jamison steps in. Right-handed batter with an open stance. 1-0 is the count. The 1-0 pitch fouled out of play for strike 1. The count is even at 1. 2 outs on your screen now there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Tristan Jamison trying to help his own cause. He has only allowed no Arkadelphia hits, 1 Arkadelphia base runner. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball to Peyton Eddington. He's going to step on third base. Nice job of smothering that one. There's a definition of smothering the baseball. That was it. You know, if I can't field it cleanly with my glove, I might as well use all 175 pounds of myself. Keep it in front of me, pick it up, and step on third base. So there was 1 hit in the inning, no walks, 2 runners left on base, and no runs. Most importantly, we go to the bottom of the third inning. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. We will be back to Henderson State after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Baseball on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Welcome back to Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University. Thanks to Coach Cody Hooten and the Ready Baseball program for allowing us to play this game tonight. Take a look at the standings again, what we have coming into this game. Nashville 10-1, Arkadelphia 8-2, Malvern 7-3, Bauxite 5-5. Those will be the teams that represent the 4A7 in the regional tournament next week in Magnolia. Those teams are playing for seeding. Tucker Freeman steps in to lead things off for Arkadelphia. He is playing first base. On the bottom of the third inning, the 1-0 pitch, he's able to foul that one off. And the count is 0-2 the count to Tucker Freeman. Another delayed hesitation before that delivery from Jamison. He gets Tucker Freeman swinging for the first out of the inning. 4 strikeouts for Tristan Jamison so far. 2 swinging and 2 looking. Peyton Eddington, the senior third baseman, ended the inning with a nice play with a diving smother down the third base line. Swing and a miss at the first pitch from Jamison. It is senior day, although we're not at the Arkadelphia field, and recognizing 5 seniors, all 5 of those in the lineup tonight. Peyton Eddington, one of those. The 0-1 pitch, an off-speed pitch, and he got him off balance. Just got the top of that, nicked the top of that ball for a foul tip, and it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jamison to Eddington, swing and a miss for strike 3, and 2 batters up. 2 batters down via the strikeout on 3 pitches each. So 6 pitches this inning for Tristan Jamison. Struck out 4 of the last 6 batters he has faced. We go back to the top of the order to Matt Green. He struck out looking to lead off the bottom of the first for Arkadelphia. Takes a fastball low and outside for ball 1. Green 0 for 1 with a strikeout. No hits so far for the Arkadelphia Badgers. Similar to last night, they didn't get a hit till the 5th inning and then ended up exploding and scoring 9 runs in the 6th. It's kind of been the MO. The runs have come in bunches, whether it's 1 inning or 2 so far this season. The 2-0 pitch on the way is a breaking ball taken for a called strike 1. I mentioned earlier that on this field a few weeks ago against Bauxite, the Badgers trailed 8-1 in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch is fouled, the 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the Arkadelphia on deck circle by Green to even the count 2-2. Back to that Bauxite game, Arkadelphia trailed 8-1 in the 5th inning. Pieced together 3 good innings got it to 8-4 after the 5th, 8-6 after the 6th inning, and 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win 9-8. The 2-2 pitch to Green, swinging a lazy ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop ranges, throws over and got him. Matt Green a slide into first base, but he is retired on the 6-3 put out for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Badgers. After the 3rd inning, we go to the top of the 4th. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. And let's come back to these standings in a minute, or right now, and we'll kind of show you what the situation is for the 4A7. You see the dash there after Bauxite, because Bauxite and DeQueen, most likely Bauxite will be the 4th seed from the 4A7. DeQueen does play Bauxite Friday, and so DeQueen could finish 5-7. And then Bauxite would have one more game against Hope. If they win that one, they will secure the 4 seed. I don't know about tiebreakers, and so that's why I'm not completely sure Bauxite's wrapped that 4 seed up. Nashville and Arkadelphia will be the 1 or the 2 seed. If Nashville wins tonight's game, the Scrappers will be the 1 seed. If Arkadelphia wins tonight's game, they will move to 9-2. Nashville would fall to 10-2. Then Arkadelphia would have to win at Mena tomorrow night to tie Nashville at 10-2 and take the 1st seed via the head-to-head 2-0 count. Malvern is 7-3. As we take a look now at the remaining games tonight, Nashville at Arkadelphia. Friday, Arkadelphia at Mena, Hope at Malvern, DeQueen at Bauxite. So Malvern has 1 game left, and most likely they will finish at 9-3. Come back to the top of the 4th inning. Landon Tollett struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He leads things off in the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Tollett, Drummond, Hostetler in the Scrapper half of the 4th inning. The 1-0 count, swing and a miss, lefty on lefty. Perrin hit a great spot that Rubel will set up on the outside part of the plate. Perrin hit the spot. Tollett thought he could connect with it and was not able to. The 1-1 pitch on the way from the Arkadelphia junior Eli Perrin, a ground ball, a 2-hopper to Ian Manning. He's up with it easily over to Tucker Freeman. And Landon Tollett is retired on the 4-3 put out for the 1st out of the inning. Kason Drummond, the left fielder, steps in. He grounded out to Eli Perrin in the second inning. It was a nicely hit ball, but with Perrin falling off to the third base side of the rubber, he was able to get a glove on it and throw over to Tucker Freeman at first. He bats with 1 out and nobody on in the 4th. Fastball low and inside. Ball 1. High fly ball to center field. KJ Terry measures that one. Takes 2 steps to his right. And Drummond is retired on the fly out to center field for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 10,
Jaden Hostetler stands back in. He made a nice play at second base to end the Badger third inning. He stands in with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. He had a double to right center field his first time at bat. And you can see KJ Terry shading to the right field side of second base out there in center field. The 1-0 pitch is taken just low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch coming from Eli Perrin inside for ball 3. Three and 0 the count now to Hostetler. With 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The 3-0 pitch is taken high for ball 4. I think Rubel wanted that one. It was called ball 3. We've seen a few of those called on that part, the inside part of the plate strikes, but some of those were left-handed batters. So Jaden Hostetler reaches for the second time. He's the first scrapper to reach both times that he has been up. Austin Hansen popped out to Matt Green to end the second inning, and now he bats with 2 outs and a runner at first. Hostetler was at second base when Hansen came up and popped out to end the second. Hostetler now at first. Same situation with 2 outs and Hansen at the plate. Perrin steps off after he threw over to first base the first time. First pitch to Hansen is high and outside. Rubel has to come out of his crouch to make the catch. The 1-0 pitch. Hostetler over at first base was leaning back towards the bag on that pitch as well. And the 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike on the outside, the very outside part of the plate. And the count is even at 1-1. Perrin delivers the 1-1. It's fouled off of the mask of Alec Rubel for strike 2. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. The 2 teams vying for that top spot in the 4A South Regional next week and a regular season 4A7 championship. Ground ball, lazy. That's going to be tough. Rubel is going to make a throw, but he's not going to be able to get it. And Austin Hansen, that is a tough single. That is a swinging bunt for Hansen. Jaden Hostetler was running on the pitch. And so he's at second. Nice cover that time by Eddington and Green on the left side, not leaving the third base bag open, keeping Hostetler at second. So now 2 runners on again for the Scrappers. Perrin was able to strand 2 in the third inning. He'll try to do the same here in the 4th. First pitch misses. High and out. So they called a balk. Excuse me. They called a balk on Perrin. So there's a balk. Will advance Hostetler to third and Hansen to second. Now, 2 runners in scoring position for Caden Irwin. Irwin struck out in the third, but he had reached first on the throwing error after the swinging third strike was in the dirt. Perrin now really will have to try to escape trouble here. 2 runners on. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to center field. Right to KJ Terry. Squeezes it for the 3rd out of the inning. And Eli Perrin strands 2 more scrappers on the base path. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. You're watching Arkadelphia, BadgerTV.com. We will be back after this timeout.
Do allow me to learn to fight my own battles.
Don't try to relive your youth through me.
Do allow me to make mistakes and learn from them.
Don't allow me to quit before I complete the activity. I need to learn perseverance.
Do support me and come to watch me play and perform and be my biggest fan regardless of the outcome.
Don't encourage me to specialize in a specific activity or sport.
Don't talk bad about my teammates and coaches.
Do teach me to respect my coaches, instructors, and officials.
Do understand that education-based activities are more about just winning and losing. They are about learning.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. Ian Manning will lead things off for the Arkadelphia Badgers. Ian Manning steps in. Manning grounded out to Jamison in the 1st inning. He swings at the first pitch he sees, a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. For strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is a shot up the middle, gets into center field for the first hit of the game for the Arkadelphia Badgers. That comes from junior second baseman Ian Manning. Nice job of staying with that one. Put it back up the middle. Just high enough to get out of the reach of Hostetler at second base. And so now the Badgers have a base runner, second base runner of the game. First via a base hit. The only other base runner was KJ Terry in the second, who was hit by a pitch with 2 outs. So Kyron Harrison steps in. Harrison grounded out to third base for the 3rd out of the 1st inning. He'll face Jamison here. Fastball high for ball 1. 0-3-0, the line score for the Scrappers. 0-1-1 for the Badgers. Quick throw back to first base from Jamison. Quickly took his foot off the rubber and snap throw back trying to get Ian Manning. 1-0 the count to Kyron Harrison. Fouls that one off. Evens the count at 1-1. No outs, bottom of the 4th, no score between Arkadelphia and Nashville. The Badgers gave Nashville its only loss of the conference season to this point. Another throw back over. Manning gets in safely. Nashville 10-1. Arkadelphia won 6-4 last month in Nashville. An exciting comeback, come from behind win. We've seen a few of those this year. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. What do you call that? You can't call it dirt. I guess it's a breaking ball in the dirt, even if it's on turf, right? Yeah. Breaking ball in the dirt turf. And the count is 1-2. Trying to get Kai to chase on a fastball, but it was too high and it was outside. The junior is even at 2-2. Kai Harrison, 5 feet from a grand slam last night at Malvern. Hit a ball, the fence was 310, just 5 feet left. Instead, he followed with a base hit. We'll try to do the same here. The 2-2 pitch. It gets by the catcher, and Ian Manning goes to second base. They're going to try to appeal that one to check down to second base, and Kyron Harrison did check his swing. So Manning advances to second on the pass ball. Kai Harrison checked his swing, and it kind of distracted Colton Patterson just enough to allow that ball to get back to the backstop. So now the 3-2 count to Kai Harrison. He has a runner in scoring position, and Ian Manning. Big spot here. In a 0-0 game, you get a runner in scoring position, they're all big. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. A breaking ball gets Kai Harrison for the first out of the inning, and Jaden Quarles steps into the plate. Jaden got the win last night on the mound for Arkadelphia. Coach Kyle Slayton comes out of the Nashville dugout to instruct his right fielder to shade towards center. They're playing Quarles to pull. There's a lot of room out there in left center field with that left fielder playing pretty shallow. If Quarles hits one where he did last night in the Malvern game, this game will be 1-0 Arkadelphia. But he struck out swinging in the second. He swings and misses at the first pitch. He sees 0-1. The 1-0 pitch is low. Nice job of hanging off that. So 1-1 the count to Jaden Quarles. The 1-1 pitch, a shot up the middle. That's going to get to Hostetler at second. He's going to have a throw to get Quarles, and he does. The ball gets past the first baseman, Ty Gordon. Ian Manning is going to score the first run of the game, and the Arkadelphia Badgers lead 1-0. It'll go down as an error, and so Quarles reaches on the E3, I believe that would probably have to be. We're going to have a courtesy runner, or pinch runner for Jaden Quarles. So Ian Manning scores from second base to make it 1-0 Arkadelphia. Victor Tatamy will pinch run for the Badgers.
Number 35, Alec Rubel.
And Victor Tatamy will pinch run for Jaden Quarles at first base.
Pinch running at first base, number 33, Victor Tatamy.
Alec Rubel steps in. So Quarles reaches on the error. It was a tough play for Hostetler. That was behind the bag. I was blocked and couldn't see, but I think it was on the error was on the catch, not the throw. Throw back to Tatamy. Alec Rubel steps in. Rubel struck out in his first plate appearance. 1 out. The first pitch to Rubel is high and outside for ball 1. So Victor Tatamy pinch running at first base. Speed on the bases. They're going to try to get him leaning. He does get back in. Jamison trying to limit the Arkadelphia damage. The 1-0 pitch is taken for ball 2. It looked like John Duncan wanted to call that one a strike, but he held back and called it ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Alec Rubel. Another throw over. Trying to get the inexperienced Tatamy. 2-0 pitch is outside for ball 3. Every time Tatamy takes a lead and tries to get another step, Tristan Jamison is trying to take advantage of the fact that Tatamy hasn't been on the bases very much, maybe ever. Tatamy not with a big lead, though. He'll wait till he goes. The 3-0 pitch is taken for ball 4. So Tatamy will move to second base. Rubel reaches on a walk, and so now Arkadelphia has 2 base runners in an inning for the first time. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Alec Rubel. That's going to be Staten Whitten. So Staten Whitten will courtesy run for Rubel. So Tatamy's at second, Staten Whitten at first, courtesy running for the Arkadelphia catcher. KJ Terry is a bunting threat here. He did it last night. We'll see if Coach Lowe tries to manufacture something again. And a great call at the great time last night. He doesn't. KJ Terry, a high fly ball to left field, but left fielder's going to drift back and make the catch. Tatamy is going to tag, and he's going to reach third base without a throw. Tatamy tags on the fly ball to left field. KJ Terry flies out for the second out of the inning. Tatamy tags at second, and he reaches third without a throw. I don't think they. I really don't think they thought Victor Tatamy was going to try to tag up on that one, but he did, and now Cole Turner bats with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Try to plate this second run. Fouls that one back to the screen. Turner grounded back to pitcher Hostetler to the second baseman Hostetler for the third out of the second inning. He bats now with runners at first and third. Arkadelphia finally scratched a run across, 1-0. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Tatamy's not going to be able to go, but they have a throw into center field, and now that's going to allow Victor Tatamy to score. Staten Whitten went on the pass ball. The catcher for Nashville, Colton Patterson, was going to his left, had to get his momentum from his body back around, and he threw that ball high. And Hostetler was covering and went off the top of his glove. He might have slipped a little bit as well. It goes into center field, and Arkadelphia, I hadn't changed the score at all anyway, but Arkadelphia now leads 2-0, bottom of the fourth with 2 outs, and another runner in scoring position in Staten Whitten. The 1-1 pitch, Cole Turner, a high fly ball down the left field line and out of play, and it will be 1-2 now. My apologies. That ball, I gave up on that one. The left fielder did not, and he made a catch at the wall. Tremendous catch by Kason Drummond, the Nashville left fielder. I gave up on that one. I'm kind of blocked by the wall anyway, and I thought that one was way out of play, but Kason Drummond did not give up on that ball. That is the third out of the inning, but Arkadelphia does get 2 runs in the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. After 4 complete, Arkadelphia 2, Nashville 0. We'll be back to Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia BadgerTV.com. Back in a minute.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for the Nashville Scrappers as we start the top of the 5th inning. Aaron Lott, Colton Patterson, Ty Gordon. Lott reached on a walk in the first inning. Sacrifice bunt in the third. He leads off again in the 5th for the Nashville Scrappers. Eli Perrin still on the mound for Arkadelphia. Now he has a 2-run lead. First pitch, a 2-hopper to Matt Green. He charges, throws across to Tucker Freeman for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Colton Patterson comes to the plate. For the Nashville Scrappers, sacrifice bunt in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third, but that was on the play that Peyton Eddington smothered of Tristan Jameson's. He was stranded. There, the ball gets away on the first pitch from Alec Rubel. One and 0 the count. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball called strike 1. That one looked like it was a little bit outside, but Eli Perrin got the benefit of the call. The 1-1 pitch, that's a ground ball right up the middle. That is the fourth hit of the game for Nashville. Ian Manning was shading him to pull drastically. And the fourth hit of the game for Nashville comes from Colton Patterson on a single to center field. Ty Gordon comes to the plate. He had a single to left field. It was a hit-and-run situation when he batted in the third inning. He struck out swinging in the first. He bats with a runner on first and one out. See if he has another hit-and-run from Coach Slayton. Runner gets the lead at first. Gordon takes the first pitch for a fastball low for ball one. Ty Gordon, a sophomore. Lefty, plays first base, also pitches for the Nashville Scrappers. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Perrin looks the runner over at first, and now there's going to be a throw over. And not really a huge lead for Colton Patterson. Ian Manning playing Gordon to pull as well. A lot of room in that gap between Manning and second base, where Patterson just found it. A throw over. They have a chance to get him. The throw got him at second base. Nice pickoff move by Eli Perrin. Throw to Tucker Freeman to Matt Green with the tag. And the runner is retired on the 1-4-6 putout. Excuse me, the 1-3-6 putout for the second out of the inning. So the count is 1-0 to Ty Gordon. Now, Arkadelphia faces the Scrapper home run leader with no runners on base. The 1-0 pitch is a shot that gets by Tucker Freeman into right field. Cole Turner fields it, gets the ball in, holds Ty Gordon to a single. Ty Gordon smokes it down the first base line. That was a hard hit ball, maybe the hardest one Nashville has gotten contact on of Eli Perrin to this point. So 5 hits now for Nashville, and Tristan Jamison will try to help his cause. He grounded out to second base, and the first pitch swinging, fields it to Matt Green. They're going to throw over to Manning for the third out of the inning. Gordon is retired 6-4, so no runs on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Arkadelphia 2, Nashville 0. We'll keep it here during this half inning. For those of you who might just be joining us, we will bring up the conference standings once again. You see there on the screen that Nashville leads the 4A7 with a 10-1 record, and we'll try to pull up the 4A South Regional schedule for you here in a few minutes. But Arkadelphia, Nashville, Malvern are the teams in the 4A7 that are guaranteed a spot. Arkadelphia trying to have a chance to get that first seed if they're able to win tonight and tomorrow night. And we have a frozen computer, ladies and gentlemen, and so we will try to get back to the game as quickly as we can, but we are trying to figure out why we have what we have, and so now I think we might be ready to get back. There we go. Sorry about that. Tucker Freeman leads things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. Grounds out. For the first out of the inning, as we trying to pull up the 4A South Regional bracket, but having some technical difficulties there. We'll try to see if we can do that during the next break. So 2-0 Arkadelphia in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out. Peyton Eddington comes up. He struck out in the 3rd inning. The 0-1 pitch on the way, high outside for ball two. Evens the count at 1-1. Eddington struck out in the third. He'll try to get things going for Arkadelphia. Has one out here in the bottom of the fifth of this 7-inning game. Swing and a miss for strike two. It is senior night, as 5 seniors will be recognized at the end of this game. Matt Green, Peyton Eddington, Tucker Freeman, KJ Terry, and Alec Rubel. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Eddington. There's the hesitation move and a chopper to third base. Fielded on one hop, a low throw, but nice dig that time by Ty Gordon at first base, helping out Caden Irwin at third base. And so Eddington is retired 5-3 for the second out of the inning. Go back to the top of the order to Matt Green. 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out looking in the first. Grounded out to shortstop in the third for the third out of the inning. He'll try to get Arkadelphia a rally going in with 2 outs in the fifth. He swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Jamison from that far side, left first base side of the rubber. Another off-speed pitch. Has Green off balance, 0-2. See if he comes with that hesitation move. Delivery on the 0-2 pitch. He doesn't. He comes normal. The 0-2 pitch is way outside. Had a pitch to waste there, and he did that, trying to get Matt Green to offer on one outside. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Green, hot shot to Ty Gordon, and Green never got out of the box before Gordon smothered that one. And Green is retired, 3 unassisted. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 5 complete, Arkadelphia 2, Nashville 0. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back after this timeout.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 140,000 participants here in Arkansas who take part in high school sports or activities.
Do allow me to learn to fight my own battles.
Don't try to relive your youth through me.
Do allow me to make mistakes and learn from them.
Don't allow me to quit before I complete the activity. I need to learn perseverance.
Do support me and come to watch me play and perform and be my biggest fan regardless of the outcome.
Don't encourage me to specialize in a specific activity or sport.
Don't talk bad about my teammates and coaches.
Do teach me to respect my coaches, instructors, and officials.
Do understand that education-based activities are more about just winning and losing. They're about learning.
Number 4, Ryan Brown.
It'll be a pinch hitter for the Nashville Scrappers to lead off the 6th inning. That's Ryan Brown. He pinch hits for the designated hitter Landon Tollett. Ryan Brown, a right-handed junior. He'll try to solve Eli Perrin, who has given up 5 hits so far. First pitch swinging right down to Ian Manning. Goes down on a knee. Picks the ball up, throws it over to Tucker Freeman. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Badgers. Lefty Eli Perrin. Kason Drummond steps into the plate. Grounded to the pitcher, flew out to KJ Terry in center field. He probably could have stood there and reached base via the hit by pitch on that one, but he scooted back just enough to get out of the way. That ball goes back to the backstop, and it's 1-0. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Arkadelphia leads Nashville 2-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, and that's going to be a base hit into center field. Wasn't well hit, but it was enough to get into play. You don't have to hit it hard. You just got to hit it to the right place. Sixth hit of the game for the Nashville Scrappers. No runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Nashville, 2 runs on 1 hit and 1 error for Arkadelphia. Jaden Hostetler stands in with 1 runner on and 1 out. Hostetler doubled in the 2nd inning, walked in the 4th inning. He's the only Scrapper to reach base at each plate appearance. Eli Perrin will try to solve the mystery of Jaden Hostetler here. Stands in at the right side. Hostetler is a senior, listed infield, outfield, and pitcher. He's playing second base today for Coach Slayton's Scrappers. 1 out. See if Coach Slayton tries to manufacture something possibly. A throwback over to first by Perrin. I mentioned Perrin hasn't pitched much this year. Mitched the last month or so possibly due to an injury, but he's released and back and ready to roll, and he's done good so far. He's given the coaches all they needed from him plus some to this point. He's given the Badgers a chance. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball high and inside for ball 2. So 2-0 the count from Perrin to Jaden Hostetler. Arkadelphia clinging to a 2-0 lead. Nashville has threatened in each inning. Had runners in scoring position in 3 of the 5 innings. The 2-0 pitch is taken for a called strike 1. You got a runner to third in the 1st inning. Perrin stranded him. A runner to second in the 2nd inning. Stranded that one as well. Had runners at first and second. And third. Threw out a runner at home in the 3rd inning. And then was able to retire the side with runners at first and second on a ground ball to Peyton Eddington. In the 4th inning, another runner to third. They had second and third with 2 outs. And Perrin induced a 3rd out fly ball to center field. So Nashville has threatened each inning. They've been flirting with it, flirting with scoring, and each inning, Eli Perrin and the Badgers have found a way to escape. But you start playing with fire too much, can come back to bite you. 3-1 the count now to Hostetler. The 3-1 pitch is on the way. Ball 4, and runners at first and second for Austin Hansen.
Now batting number 5.
Austin Hansen popped out to Matt Green in the 2nd. He had a single to third base, a chopper, and call it a chopper to down the third base line. It was a swinging bunt that went probably about 25 feet down the third base line. Coach Jeremy Myers is going to come out and talk to Eli Perrin, who's given good work, 5 1/3 inning to this point. He is responsible for those 2 runners on base. They're going to go with him, try to let him get out of this jam. Myers talking to Perrin to settle him down, get him ready to go, redo the situation. Top of the 6th, 7-inning game. 2-0 Arkadelphia. 1 out on the board. Runners at first and second for the Scrappers. See if Coach Slayton tries to put something on here. Tucker Freeman playing in on the grass in front of the bag at first base. Everybody else double play depth. First pitch, a high fly ball to deep left field. Kai Harrison's going to go back, but it's going to get over his head. 1 run will score. They're going to wave another run around, and so we'll tie the game. Matt Green's not going to be able to get the runner at third, and so Nashville finally is able to scrap out a run and a nice triple to left center field from Austin Hansen. A 2-run triple from Austin Hansen will tie the game, and Coach Myers is going to come back out and make a pitching change. So the Scrappers tied at 2-2. Eli Perrin does a tremendous job on the mound for Arkadelphia, and now they'll go with Peyton Eddington. So we'll reset the game. We'll take a timeout as Eli Perrin gets a tremendous hand from the folks here who are watching this game from Arkadelphia, as he has done a tremendous job in his first outing at work. So 2-2, top of the 6th, 1 out, pitching change. We'll be back after this timeout.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them, with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you.
So talk back here. You can do it if you try.
In Arkansas, we play by the rules.
We strive to be champions.
We strive to be champions.
Champions on the field and in the classroom.
We don't forget
We don't forget
or lose sight of what is most important.
most important.
The honor of the game.
In Arkansas,
In Arkansas, we participate with integrity, discipline, pride, and emotion.
We respect our officials, coaches, teammates, fans, and opponents.
do you?
Do you?
Welcome back to Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University, where the Nashville Scrappers get a two-run triple with one out in the top of the sixth inning from Austin Hanson to tie the game at 2-2. The new Badger pitcher is senior Peyton Eddington. He moves to the mound from third base. Moving over to third base from second is Ian Manning, and now in the game at second base is Arkadelphia freshman Tate Goodrum. So Peyton Eddington inherits a situation with one out, who is still credited to that runner is still the responsibility will still be credited to Eli Perrin. Peyton Eddington, the sidearm, a shot down the third base line. Ian Manning feels it. They're going to try to get him in a rundown. Rubel throws back. Hanson falls down, and they're able to get him at Matt Green. He's safe at third base. Green missed the tag. Good job of base running by Hanson, and just didn't execute the rundown. Well, especially when Hanson fell down, you thought he was going to he was just going to be out of it. Instead, he gets back. Caden Irwin reaches on a fielder's choice, and the Badgers just didn't execute that correctly. Matt Green had the tag down, but Austin Hanson was able to get a hand in there. Tremendous effort by Austin Hanson. He's the player of the game so far, just with two little plays. He gets the the two-run triple, and he escapes after Ian Manning made a nice stop at the ball. Hanson thought that one was past Manning, but he does stay, and that pickoff attempt goes to the wall, and Nashville is able to take a 3-2 lead on an error on the pickoff throw. There between Eddington and Freeman, the ball got to the right field wall. And now a runner is at second base. It's 3-2 now. Nashville leads in the top of the sixth inning. 3-7-2 for the Scrappers, 2-1-2 for the Badgers. And a runner is at second base in Caden Irwin. Eddington, the sidearm delivery, is behind in the count now. 1-0. As Aaron Lott comes to the plate for Nashville. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike one on the inside part of the plate. Runner at second. Nashville put 3 on the board in the top of the sixth. They're trying to double their lead if they can get a base hit here. Fastball is high and inside. Aaron Lott almost got hit, but was able to escape it. And the count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Irwin at second. The 2-1 pitch fouled out of play. 2-2 the count now to Aaron Lott. 0 for 1 on the day, plus with a walk and a sacrifice bunt. He grounded out to shortstop in the 5th inning. So not lot of hits, not a lot of hard hit balls. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Lott is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 hard hit balls for Nashville, the triple from Hanson and the shot from Ty Gordon down the right field line. Arkadelphia only 1 hit on the day at all. But errors from both teams have allowed your opponents to score. Patterson steps in, shoots that one to left field. Kai Harrison with a running attempt at the ball. He's able to make the catch and falls down as he makes the catch. That is the 3rd out of the inning as Patterson is retired for the 3rd out. So 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 more Badger error. And there is 1 scrapper left on base. To the bottom of the 6th. Nashville 3, Arkadelphia 2. We'll be back after this timeout.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Ian Manning will lead things off for Arkadelphia. First pitch swinging back to the mound. Jamison off the mound. Fields it with one hand, bare hands it, Throw over to first base, and Ty Gordon scoops it out of the turf for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Manning retired 1-3. Second time he's grounded out to the pitcher today. He's 1 for 3. He does have the 1 Arkadelphia hit. Kai Harrison comes up to the plate. He grounded out to third base and struck out the second time he was up. That was in the 4th inning. He bats with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Arkadelphia trailing 3-2. The 0-1 pitch to Harrison. Swing and a foul ball out of play. 0-2 now to the Badger junior left fielder. I'd like to see him get hold of one that he had last night at Malvern. He was able to crank one foul with the bases loaded, then responded with a base hit to left field. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a lazy fly ball into shallow center field. The shortstop will drift back. That is Austin Hanson. He makes the catch just beyond the infield line mark. And that is the second out of the inning on the pop up to the shortstop. And Jaden Quarles comes to the plate. He struck out in the second inning, reached on an error in the 4th, and that allowed an Arkadelphia run to score. He bats with 2 outs, and the Badgers trailing by 1. The trailing by 1, 3-2. The first pitch to Quarles is ball 1. Only 1 hit on the day for the Arkadelphia offense. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a shot to left field. Is that going to stay fair? It does not. That was about 12 inches foul. That's the hardest hit ball Arkadelphia has had all day, and that was a 1-1 count now to Jaden Quarles. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. He turned on it, and that might have been 2. Probably would have been 2 if that had been about 15 inches to the right. So now the count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, hesitation move, a ground ball to third base. Irwin sets his feet, a low throw. Gordon helps his infielders out again, and the Badgers are retired 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 6, Nashville 3, Arkadelphia 2. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger Baseball on Mascot Media and ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. We'll be back after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 140,000 participants here in Arkansas who take part in high school sports or activities.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
We go to the 7th inning, the top of the 7th inning. We'll change that on the screen there for you. Top of the 7th, 3-2 Scrappers. It'll be the 3-4-5 batters for Nashville. Ty Gordon, Tristan Jamison, and Ryan Brown. They'll face Badger senior relief pitcher Peyton Eddington. Gordon, mentioned it both times he's been up. He leads the Scrappers in home runs. He has 9. He does have home run power even on a deeper field than these teams are used to be playing at. 365 in the right field alley, 390 to dead center, 340 down the right field line. Ty Gordon does have power to pull, but you saw that he would go the opposite way with a base hit in the 3rd inning. He leads off, and Eddington starts off with a ball. 1-0 the count now to the Nashville sophomore first baseman, Ty Gordon. Don't leave one up. It could be gone, and that one was rocketed down the first base line and foul on top of the batting cages. You don't want to leave one up for Ty Gordon, or it could end up on the old tennis courts at Henderson State University. The 1-1 pitch outside, ball 2. Eddington kind of lost that one on the release. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a high fly ball to center field. KJ Terry drifts over to near left center field, and Ty Gordon is retired on the fly out to center field. You get through Ty Gordon with 4 at-bats and just give up 2 singles, you'll take it. Tristan Jamison comes to the plate. He reached twice on fielder's choice and grounded out, to the pitcher. This is the first time in a while that he has not batted with 2 outs. He's going to flare one to Tucker Freeman on the first pitch. Freeman catches that one in foul territory for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Landon Tollett will re-enter the game. He started the game as DH. He was substituted by Ryan Brown in the 6th, but he re-enters. He's the DH, and he bats here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Tollett struck out looking in the 2nd, grounded out to second base in the 4th, and he's behind in the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul ball out of play, and Eddington is ahead in the count 0-2. Tip of the cap to Badger starting pitcher Eli Perrin, who this was his first outing in over a month as he's been injured, and this was a tremendous return to the mound for Eli. He gave the coaches all they needed. The 0-2 pitch is fouled out of play. Nice job by Tollett of staying alive. The lefty kept Nashville off balance. He scattered 7 hits around 5 2/3 innings. And it was the triple from Hansen that tied the game in the 6th. Actually, technically, I guess it was 5 1/3 inning for Eli Perrin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it hits Landon Tollett. And so he will reach on the hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Kason Drummond. Drummond is 1 for 3. He grounded out to Eli Perrin in the second. He flew out to center field in the fourth. And he bats with 2 outs here in the seventh. He stands in from the right side. Landon Tollett is at first base with a lead still in the brown turf. First pitch, swing, and a shot to third base, but Ian Manning is there to catch that line drive. So L5 on the third out of the inning. No runs on no hits. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the seventh. The Badgers are going to have to get 1 run to extend it, 2 runs to win it. Nashville 3, Arkadelphia 2. You're watching Arkadelphia, BadgerTV.com. We will be back to Clydeberry Field on the campus of Henderson State University after this timeout.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them.
Interrupt that commercial. You've seen it before, and you probably rather see the bottom of the seventh anyway. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Alec Rubel, KJ Terry, Cole Turner facing Jamison, trying to close things out. Rubel high shot into the right center. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder. It's going to be extra bases for Rubel. He rounds first. He rounds second. Coach Lowe's waving him to third. He's going to get in without a throw. A leadoff triple for Alec Rubel. And the Badgers have something going in the bottom of the seventh inning. Alec Rubel goes the opposite way with the first pitch he sees. A high fastball. Hits it to the 365 power alley in right center. And Rubel leads things off with a triple, and the tying run is at third base for the Arkadelphia Badgers. KJ Terry steps in the bat now. Alec Rubel, huge hit. That's great, but now Arkadelphia has to get that run in. Coach Kyle Slade is going to come out and talk to Tristan Jamison, who has pitched an unbelievable game. He and Eli Perrin did their job plus some today. Tristan Jamison has given up 2 hits in 6+ innings of work. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 Nashville errors. The line score for, try to zoom in out there so you can see the score. The line score for this game, Arkadelphia needs 1 run to tie it. 3-7-2 for Nashville. 2-2-2 for the Badgers as the Scrappers lead 3-2 in the seventh. But Alec Rubel led things off with a triple, and Arkadelphia has something going. KJ Terry will step in. Coach Slayton goes back to the dugout, got his instructions. The infield will play in, trying to cut off the run. KJ Terry steps in. First pitch from Terry, really wanted to put that one in the outfield to score Rubel. And he swings and misses 0-1. That center fielder's playing shallow. Right field's playing shallow as well. The 0-1 pitch, a shot into right field. That's going to tie the ball game. KJ Terry drives home Alec Rubel, and the Arkadelphia Badgers extend it to another batter, and they tie the game 3-3. Didn't want to jinx us because 2 games that we talked about, the walk-off hit against Bauxite, Arkadelphia was able to get 3 runs in that game. I decided not to say anything about the second straight walk-off victory because Arkadelphia was trailing. But we can say it now. Arkadelphia has scored 1 in the bottom of the seventh. KJ Terry is running off an ankle tweak down the first base line, and he signals that he is good. So Cole Turner will step in for Arkadelphia. An RBI single through the right side for KJ Terry. Ties the game at 3. Cole Turner 0 for 2 on the day. He steps in. The corners are playing. First base is holding KJ on first base. Third base playing in. Middle infield at double play depth. First pitch to Turner. Fastball taken for strike 1. Grounded out to second, did Cole Turner in the second. Flew out to left field in the fourth on a tremendous play by the left fielder. A throw back over, checking KJ Terry. He gets back in. We are tied at 3. No outs, runner on first. That's the winning run in the form of KJ Terry. Cole Turner had a gapper to right center field in the win against Bauxite. The 0-1 pitch fouls it off 0-2. The lefty against Bauxite with runners in scoring position tied the game with a triple to right center field just over the head of the second baseman. And with these outfielders playing as shallow as they are and with the ball scooting on a turf like it would, a hard shot over the second baseman's head could score Terry from first. Another quick throw back to KJ Terry. That center fielder, this field is 390. It's a lot bigger than fields that normally play on. But that center fielder and right center fielder would not have a good angle on a hard hit line drive over the head of the second baseman. Outside, the 0-2 pitch is a fastball taken for ball 1. If you can't tell, I'm trying to will Cole to hit a gapper to right center field because KJ Terry would be off to the races. With his speed, he most likely would score. It would take a fantastic play to throw him out with a gapper to right center. Another throw back to KJ. Can't talk enough about the game that Tristan Jamison has had on the mound, scattering 3 hits over 6+ innings, but he's a gapper from Arkadelphia winning this game. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a shot into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. KJ Terry will advance to second base. Cole Turner goes the other way. Terry at second. Cole Turner gets his first hit of the game, a single to left field. Coach Lowe talking to John Duncan about a pinch runner. We're going to have Cannon Turner pinch running for Cole Turner. That's not going to sit well at the cousin table. You know, Cole Turner taking a little smile, looking off. That's not going to sit good at the family table when you get pinch run for your cousin needing some speed. But Cannon Turner at first base. Tucker Freeman steps up now. Ty Gordon at first base is playing in. Third baseman playing on the bag. Middle infield at double play depth. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th, and KJ Terry is the winning run out on second base for Arkadelphia. Tristan Jamison trying to get an out or a double play or something. Cannon Turner at first. Freeman steps in. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was ball 1. Freeman 0 for 2 on the game, struck out in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. He has a chance to put one in play here, try to make something happen. The 0-1 pitch, Freeman, swing and a miss. He was trying to hit that one onto the tennis courts that are still here. No balls, 2 strikes on Freeman, who is the 8th batter in this Arkadelphia lineup. Peyton Eddington, it looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter in Matthew Parnham if it gets that far. The 0-2 pitch coming from Jamison. He shot down the right field line, but foul. Freeman stays alive. That one would have been enough to score KJ Terry if it was about 15 feet fair. Ty Gordon now playing way behind first base. You see him there. The 0-2 pitch, Freeman trying to extend it. Shot into left field, and that's going to get down. KJ Terry's going to be waved around. Here comes the throw. Not in time. KJ Terry slides in safely, and the Arkadelphia Badgers walk off the Nashville Scrappers on an RBI single from senior Tucker Freeman on senior night, scoring the senior KJ Terry. Your final score, Arkadelphia 4, Nashville 3. The Badgers sweep the season series from Nashville Scrappers. A tremendous game from Arkadelphia. The final line score, Nashville 3 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. Arkadelphia 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. Your final score again, Arkadelphia 4, Nashville 3. The Arkadelphia Badgers will go to Mena tomorrow night with a 9-2 record, and they'll try to win a 4A7 conference championship tomorrow night at Mena. Your winning pitcher for the Arkadelphia Badgers is Peyton Eddington. Tristan Jamison, that's one of the toughest losses you're going to see a pitcher have to give up, as he spread 5 hits over 7 innings, actually 6 1/3 inning, 3 of those coming in the 7th inning. Fantastic game between 2 good ball clubs that will be at the 4A South Regional next week in Magnolia. These 2 teams will have a chance to make some noise in that regional tournament and the state tournament as well. Again, this is Chris Babb. Thanks for joining us on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. Again, your final score, Arkadelphia 4, Nashville 3. Good night, everybody. Tune in tomorrow night as Blake Bell will bring the regular season finale from Mena at 5 o'clock start time for the Badgers and the Mena Bearcats, as the Arkadelphia Badgers will try to win a 4A7 district regular season title and get the 4A South region first seed from the 4A7. The final score, Arkadelphia 4, Nashville 3. Good night, everybody. Tune in tomorrow night with Arkadelphia Mena at 5 o'clock from Mena High School. Good night, everybody.